Okay, it's Germany turn 4. They have 51 IPCs to spend. They're going to spend 30 on 6 men for 18 and 2 tanks for 12. They're going to spend 10 on a fighter and 11 on a tactical bomber. They will be declaring a series of attacks. There are 4 naval attacks and 3 ground attacks. So the first one, this is an auto kill. But the submarine from Sea Zone, oh, that should be 3, shouldn't it? Yeah. 1, 2, yeah. The submarine from the Sea Zone just in here, I think it's 92, or 93 maybe. The one in Gibraltar anyway, is going to come out and kill that American transport. Up here in Sea Zone 125, the Germans are going to come in and attack this submarine, which will most probably submerge, but we'll see what happens. Down in the Med, they're coming in with 1 submarine into Sea Zone 96 to try and kill that destroyer. And then they're bringing in the rest of the Navy. So that's a sub, a cruiser, a destroyer, a battleship, a fully loaded carrier, and a fighter and a tactical bomber, along with 2 fighters, a tactical bomber, and a strategic bomber from Gibraltar. So that's going to attack that sea zone. On the Western Front, they're making 3 attacks. They're coming into the Baltic states with 2 infantry and an artillery from Poland. 1 infantry, 1 artillery from Poland, and 1 tank, or from eastern Poland, and 1 tank from Poland into Belarus. Into western Ukraine, we have 1 artillery. However many tanks are left here, that's 3, 6, 11 tanks here. And then a tank from Romania is coming into western Ukraine as well. So that's all the attacks. So I think we'll do the ground ones first and then the naval units. So I just have to add 1 combat move. The mech infantry in 92 is going to move to Sea Zone 87 and land in French West Africa for a walk-in. Okay, first one we're doing is Baltic states, 2 infantry and an artillery, so 2 2s and a 1. No hits. Versus an infantry, 1 hit. So 2 2s versus a 2. No hits. Hit. Jesus. Okay. Hit. Miss. Okay, so they take the territory with 2 casualties. That was expensive. Okay, this is battle for Belarus. Infantry, artillery, tank versus infantry. 2 2s and a 3. Dead. Miss. Okay. Germany takes territory with no casualties. Okay, Western Ukraine. This one's a gimme, but we'll roll it anyway. 1 artillery. 12. Oh, wrong. Oh, crap. Wrong dice. 12 reds because these are special tanks, right? 6, 8, 10, 12. Not that it makes any kind of difference, but yeah, these tanks are the heavy tanks, so you have to go over here. So, sorry, wrong dice there. It's not like I'm going to get no hits. Yeah, plenty. Only needed 1. That was overkill. And they missed. So Germany takes territory with no casualties. Okay, so battle for Sea Zone 105. It's German submarine U-85 versus Russian submarine K-23. This battle is going to be over before it starts because the Russian sub is, I don't know how well you can see that, is going to submerge. The only reason that the German sub did that was to disrupt the convoy. So there will be no convoy at the end of this turn because the Russian submarine is submerged. Okay, this is Sea Zone 86. The German submarine U-78 is up against the SS Patrick Henry. This is an auto kill, so there's no roll, but that's the battle. Sea Zone cleared. Okay, battle for Sea Zone 96. German submarine U-76 versus the British destroyer HMS Zulu. I'll take a mutually assured destruction, but I really would like the first hit. Miss. Miss. Hit. Hit. Okay, so both vessels are destroyed, but the Sea Zone is cleared. Okay, fairly significant naval battle here. This is Sea Zone 95. The German carrier Graf Zeppelin is bringing a fighter and a tactical bomber. We're also attacking with the German destroyer Z6 Theodor Riedel, the German submarine U-77, the German cruiser Prinz Eugen, and the German battleship Bismarck. In addition, the attack is being supported by a strategic bomber, 2 fighters, and a tactical bomber from Gibraltar. They're attacking the HMS Ark Royal carrier that has a fighter and a tactical bomber on board, the cruiser, the HMS Devonshire, and the battleship, the HMS Duke of York. Okay, the battleship is going to get a anti-aircraft shot, and they got one of the fighters. So one of the fighters is killed. Okay. So we have 2-2s for the sub, and we got to roll the sub first actually, because the sub will target the cruiser, and it misses. Okay, yeah, because there was no destroyer in the season. Okay, so we have a destroyer. We have a tactical bomb or a strategic bomber. 1 fighter now because one of them was killed, and the second fighter from the Graf Zeppelin. We have a cruiser. We have 2 tactical bombers, and we have a battleship. We're looking for 2, 4, 5, 7 hits. We get 3 hits. That's really bad. Okay. Alright, this guy's going to fly away, although he could be taken as a casualty. Let's see how that goes. So 3 hits. I think we'll kill the carrier and take a hit on the battleship. Okay, so they're going to get 1-2 for the carrier, 1-3 for the attack bomber, a 4 for the fighter, a 4 for the combined arms cruiser, and a 4 for the undamaged battleship. 2. Alright, we will damage the carrier, because it will be repaired next turn. And you know what? We'll also damage the battleship, because it will be repaired next turn. Okay, so what's left? We have a 2 here, 2 4s, and a 3. Okay. All right, so we'll still do the sub. This is a 2 now instead of a 4. These 2 are still there. That one's still there. These 2 are still there. This one's gone. Okay, so the sub will once again target the cruiser. Miss. Okay, so destroyer, damaged battleship, 2 fighters, 1 cruiser, 2 tactical bombers. Looking for 4 hits. We got 3 hits. Okay. This is an interesting situation. Well, I'll lose these, and I'll leave the fighter. Now, the interesting thing is the Germans could now just retreat if they wanted to, and the fighter would die because it has no place to land. Let's roll the defense and see. So that's the defense. 3 hits. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Actually, no. 3. Yeah, let's keep going. Might as well kill the plane so that we have a safe harbor to land in, because these damaged things are going to need a place to land. Okay, so 2, 3 3s, and a 4. And for 1 hit. 3 hits, more than enough. And then the fighter gets hit. Oh, bloody hell. Okay. Lose a fighter. Lose a fighter. Okay. So that's the battle. Big one. Okay. Okay, German non-combat. We're going to move this sub in C-Zone 112 into C-Zone 126 and spoil the Russian Lend-Lease on this side of the board. Way down there in South America, we're going to take those 2 empty transports and move them to C-Zone 87 with the 3rd transport there. In the Med, the planes, the surviving planes in this attack are going to land in southern Italy, and the bomber is going to land in western Germany. 1 infantry from western Germany is going to be, from Germany, I should say, is going to be railed 3 into southern, oops, can't see that, right? The guy here in Germany is going to be railed 3 into southern France. In terms of what's happening in Eastern Europe, the 4 tanks from Germany are going to drive into eastern Poland. The infantry and artillery from Germany are just going to get railed into eastern Poland. The 4 infantry and 2 anti-aircraft artillery are going to walk into eastern Poland from Poland. The anti-aircraft in Romania is going to move into Bessarabia. All of these guys in Karelia, I didn't mark this one, but all of these guys in Karelia are going to retreat into Finland. The 2 guys here in Germany are going to get onto an air transport, and they're going to go to western Ukraine and drop off there. They were supposed to come in the attack, but I forgot, so I'm just going to drop them and then go back to Germany. Okay, so I'll tidy all this up and then come back with placement and money. Okay, German placements. They're going to put 2 units in western Germany. They're going to put, they're 2 infantry, 4 infantry in Germany, 2 tanks in Germany, and the new attack bomber, and fighter in Germany. Okay, in terms of money, they're going to go up 1, 2, 4 at the expense of the Soviet Union, and then way down there, 1 at the expense of the French. So if we adjust the income tracker, we go from 43 to 48. The Russians go down 4 from 37 to 33, and the French go down even further, 4. Okay, so a base income of 48, 2 national objectives, 1 for having Norway and Denmark with Sweden neutral, and 1 for having at least 5 submarines on the board, gives them a grand total of 58 IPCs. Okay, so looking around the board, there is a German submarine in Sea Zone 109 convoying England. There is a German submarine in Sea Zone 125 disrupting the convoy because it made the, what do you call it, the Russian sub submerge. There is a German sub in Sea Zone 126, which is breaking the Lend-Lease right now. There is a German sub in Sea Zone 86. There are 3 German transports in Sea Zone 87. In Gibraltar, there are 2 infantry and an anti-aircraft. In Sea Zone 95, there is a damaged a damaged battleship, a damaged aircraft carrier, and a cruiser. In southern Italy, there's a fighter and a tactical bomber. In southern France, there's an infantry. In northern Italy, there's an artillery. In western Germany, there is an anti-aircraft artillery, 2 infantry, and a strategic bomber. In Germany proper, the capital, there is a strategic bomber that is currently designated an air transport. There are 2 tanks, 4 infantry, 1 tactical bomber, and 1 fighter. In Finland, there are 6 infantry. In the Baltic states, there is an artillery. In Belarus, there's an infantry, artillery, and a tank. In eastern Poland, there are 4 tanks, 5 infantry, 1 artillery, and 2 anti-aircraft artillery. In the western Ukraine, there are 2 infantry, 1 artillery, and a lot of tanks. 3, 6, 9, 12 tanks. And in Bessarabia, there is a single anti-aircraft, and then in Greece, there is an infantry, and in Yugoslavia, there is an infantry. That is the extent of the German forces on the board. It is Russia's turn next.